Hello everybody, welcome to Tokyo Ghoul Re Season 2, Episode 9. I thought this was a pretty solid episode, personally. Despite how I know people are going to be like, well, in the manga it's better, guess what? Haven't read it. So, I feel like I said it every week, but it's worth mentioning every week, because I can't judge based off that, because I've not seen it. But so, the episode begins, and turns out, yeah, Mutsuki was essentially tricked by Furuta. And Kaneki's still a centipede, and then Furuta like essentially disappears. He's not back at the CCG, as we find out a bit later on. Then after that, the doctor guy who is like making all the half ghouls, he commits suicide after Kuro came to kill him. I think her name was Kuro. Remember that. And then out of nowhere, like no explanation, Hide's still alive, and he meets with Amon and Akira. Why is he? I mean, Hide's probably the reason he's alive is probably because he had some ghoul science done on him. But I'm sure the manga explains it, but you know, he's just kind of popped up here. Which is fine, but it's like everyone who was dead is not dead. So kind of like retroactively negates any impact the original had, kind of. If you get what I'm saying? But then we get a little scene with all the ghouls, and they're like, let's go kill the humans. And then like a few of the ones that are actually characters are like, no, let's not do that. Let's help him out and not kill the humans. And then Hide shows up there as well. And then Hide takes all the ghouls to the CCG building and is basically like, hey, let's all team up. And yeah, after a bit of back and forth, a few people agree, a few people disagree, but they all end up saying, yeah, let's team up. I love team ups in any anime when they show up. Just like when you get all the characters together and they all team up, especially if like they've not been on the same page for like Tokyo Ghoul for most of the series. Now they're teaming up, even if it... No, it does make sense. I was about to say even if it doesn't make sense, but this one does. But it's just a nice thing to see. Like you get all the combinations, which I'm sure we'll start getting like next episode. We'll start getting certain characters teaming up with each other, and it'll be cool. But then, after that, after the team up is successful, Nishio reunites with his lady friend from right at the beginning of Season 1, if I remember right. Like, was she dead? I can't remember if she died or just disappeared. It was a long time ago I watched it. But you know, that was a nice moment. And then blaming Toka and Hide having like a conversation, and it's good. They're just talking about her personal life. He's being the best friend essentially. Which again, really like. Cannot dispute how much I like it. Like, I'm not sure why he's back, but I'm pretty glad he's back. Like, yeah. Let's go with that. But then, during this conversation, they figure out how they're going to be able to... Should probably explain their plan. Their plan is they're going to get Kaneki's main body out so that the thingy, Kagane, goes away. The big one that's like enveloped the buildings and is attacking. So they're like, hey, he's wearing a ring. Let's just use metal detectors on the ring. And when they said metal detectors, I thought there was going to be like some future metal detectors, but they're literally just like little metal detectors anyone could buy, which I thought was quite funny. But then while they're doing that, it starts just literally spitting out venoms and carnages. Like, that's basically what they are, except they're probably a lot weaker. So then you got like, basically what they said is, main characters, you continue digging for him, and everyone else fight the you know, the things. But then Mutsuki shows up and attacks Urie and Saiko, kind of out of nowhere. And it's like, oh, okay, why are you doing that? But you know, essentially, she wants them to kill her, and they're having none of that, and they're like, no, help us out instead. And after, I'm really paraphrasing, it was actually quite a good scene, but yeah, after all that, they're like, yep, we're all friends now. And blaming Urie like talks to the sky because of the Shirazu who died. Like, he's like, hey, you were the squad leader. Was he the squad? He was the squad leader, right? I can't remember, but I think he was. But then, post-credit scene, just a little bit, the Toka's metal detector started beeping. So I guess starting next week they're going to get him out. Maybe there'll be big team-ups. Are they going to spend 3 hours getting him out, or is there more after they get him out? I guess they've got to like stop Furuta because he's still alive, and he's like, I guess by default took the role of main bad guy. So I guess that's what they're going to do. Following when they get Kaneki out. Will someone die? Oh, I really hope not. I kind of don't want anyone else to die because I like everyone that's left. and it's a completely selfish. Like, I know that me liking them means they're probably gonna die more, because that's how you make deaths more impactful. Is you make people care, and then you like rip it away, and it's bad every time. But it's kind of weird because I'm fully invested in Tokyo Ghoul now, despite how much I really wasn't enjoying the first few episodes. And then like, I was never the biggest fan, but like I'm enjoying the conclusion, like because I'm like, yeah, I want to see what happens. I'm even enjoying people coming back with very little explanation, like Hide. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. If anything, I'm enjoying the anime, so I'm like, it's really convinced me that I should read the manga, and I probably will do that after this season is finished. I'll be like, okay, at some point I'll buy the manga and I will read it, and then I'll be like, and then I'll turn into one of them people that are like, no, the anime sucks, which very well might be true compared to the manga. I'm not saying that those people are wrong, but yeah. So I think that's just about it. Next week, hopefully, it's gonna be good. I got a feeling. So I will see you next week. Bye, guys.